So we will talk about some application problems, okay, today. About variations. So you just need to identify the keywords again, okay, and set up the equation and use the given information to find the value of k, or sometimes set up two equations to find the values of a and b, okay. But there is one type of question about percentage change, and that is actually more complicated, okay. But when you can remember the framework of doing this type of problems, then all of them are just very, very standard. There will be no tricky questions in this chapter. OK， 好嗱，今日咧我哋講幾條嘅文字題，咁就我哋一人做一條啊。咁我做 example， 你做 instant drill。咁記得咧，咁都係要交翻上去 Math App 嗰度嘅。OK， 咁我而家就擺咗條 link 喺個 chat room 嗰度。OK， 咁就如果你冇擺上去嘅話咧，第時要你 check 你 attendance 嘅話咧，咁你就唔好同我講話你有上堂啦。OK， 咁你有上堂就應該要有做堂課 classwork， 咁你記得擺上去，我就會可以可以幫你證明到你係有上堂嘅，就係咁啫。OK。All right, example 15. Example 15. The value P dollars of a diamond varies directly as the square of its weight. 嗱，呢一個咧係最原始嗰隻嚟嘅，見唔見到？一個英文字母 varies directly as 另一樣嘢就係 the square， 不過你小心啲 ，the square of C。OK， 得兩個英文字母啫，兩個 variables 係咪？咁咧係仲要係講到明係 directly 嘅，咁所以咧我哋第一樣嘢就係 let 邊個做 subject 啊？前邊嗰個咯。P 等於今次咧係 direct variation， 咁我哋用翻 K 啦，唔係 partly this partly that 嗰隻嘅話咧，我哋就唔用 A 同 B 嘅，我哋就咁用一個 K 嘅啫。OK，K 乘咩啊？今次 directly as the square of its weight， 咁即係咧 C square。OK，and then where C is not where K is not equal to 0。OK， and then 好啦，跟住咧，咁我列咗條式出嚟啦，咁有第一分啦，係咪？跟住 a large diamond of 5 carats in weight is cut into 5 small pieces. Each small piece weighs 1 carat. By what percentage does the value of the diamond decrease? 哦，好啦，而家咧本身有一個咧就係5卡嘅鑽石，5卡嘅鑽石，然之後咧就將佢切碎成為5粒細啲嘅鑽石，每粒鑽石咧個重量就係1卡嘅咁樣樣。然之後問你個 value 減少咗幾多 percent？ 咁我哋先睇一睇本身5卡嘅話咧，個 value 係幾多咧？我哋就係話 when C is equal to 5。OK， when C is equal to 5， P is equal to K times 5 square。哦，嗱呢條咧有少少特別啲嘅，你可以打粒星落去啊，一嚟就有粒星添。嗱。呢條有啲特別啲嘅原因就係咧，我哋其實係唔會揾到 K 等於幾多嘅，唔會揾到 K 等於幾多，亦都唔需要揾到 K 等於幾多嘅。OK， 我陣間先再 summarize 翻呢樣嘢啊。但係咧，我哋而家用翻我哋現有嘅資料嘅話咧，我哋只係得知道 C 等於5。OK， 我可以計翻個 P 出嚟，係嘛？即係 in terms of K 嘅 P is equal to 25K。 Okay, this is the value of the large diamond。咁呢度咧，嗱，我都要寫清楚啲啊。The value of the large diamond is $25K. Can you get this? OK， 好啦，但係佢而家將嗰粒大嘅鑽石切碎咗，成為5粒細嘅鑽石嘅話咧，每一粒就得翻1卡噶咯噃。咁我哋睇睇咧，每一粒細嘅鑽石佢嘅價值係幾多先？細嘅鑽石就係 C 等於1，係咪 ？OK， so we are going to find the value of the small diamond, and we know that the small diamond will have weight equal to 1 carat. Okay, so we put C equals 1 into our equation to calculate the value of P. And again, we are not able to calculate the value of K. Okay, we just leave the K as the unknown in our equation. So P is equal to K times 1 is just K. Okay, so the value of each small diamond is just $1K. 好啦，但係佢有問你咧，而家我哋有5粒噶嘛，係嘛？咁就話啦 ，therefore the value of all small diamonds should be $5K because each of them should have value of $1K. Okay, and then there are 5 small pieces. So the total value, okay, maybe I write the total value of all small diamonds should be $5K, right? 好啦，咁原先佢當佢係大鑽石嘅時候，佢係有25K 咁多錢嘅喎，係嘛？25乘 K 咁多錢嘅。而家咧將佢切細咗，變成5粒細鑽石，每一粒係 K 咁多錢嘅時候咧，總共只係得翻5乘 K 咁多錢啫。好明顯就係個價值咧係低咗嘅，係嘛？係低咗好多添嘅。而家就係問你啦 ，By what percentage does the value of the diamond decrease? We are going to find the decrease percentage, okay, or percentage decrease. So the percentage decrease 係點計㗎？嗱，如果題目係問 percentage change 嘅話咧，我哋就會用新減舊除舊乘100%，即係我哋唔知道究竟係增加咗，抑或係減少咗嘅話咧，我哋就會用新減舊除舊乘100%。但係而家好明顯係 decrease 咗嘅，係減少咗嘅。咁我哋咧就會用大減細除舊乘100%。OK， 大減細邊個係大啲啊？咁梗係25K 大啲啦。邊個係細啲啊？咪就係個 total value of all small diamonds 就係細啲啦，即係5K 啦，係嘛 ？OK， so it should be minus 5K。And then divided by the original value, 舊嘅 the old value should be the large diamond value, that is 25K, and then times 100%. Okay, and then you should find that 25K minus 5K becomes 20K, divided by 25K times 100%. And then we simplify the K, and then the fraction will be 20 over 25 times 100%. And then you just use the calculator and you'll find that it is equal to 80%. So the percentage decrease should be 80%. And that is the answer of this question. 得唔得？呢度咧我哋要先揾翻嗱，呢度咧都有少少特別喎，我覺得 ，OK， 有少少特別喎，即係佢唔係純粹叫你計一個，你計完一個大嘅，跟住一個細嘅之後咧。就係要將細嘅一粒細嘅鑽石嘅價值要乘翻5，先至係個 total 嘅咁樣樣 ，OK 得唔得？咁嘅時候就先至可以計到個 percentage decrease 嘅。So this is example 15. Is that okay? Now I would like you to try to do the instant drill number 15. Instant drill number 15. 嗱，慢慢嚟啊！呢題啊，我希望大家都做到嘅，因為咧講真，計算部分咧唔係難嘅，但係咧解題部分咧可能會，如果你即係唔夠耐性嘅話咧，可能就會解錯題都唔定嘅。咁我呢度咧俾4分鐘你哋做啊。OK， so class work of instant drill number 15, and please use 4 minutes. And please remember to submit to the MetApp web system.
Mr. Low,
Yes.
Can you go up a bit? I have to see this example.
Okay. Is that okay now? Just want to tell some students that I still haven't received your homework. And they are Ria, Isho, Sito, Monasa, and Wang Yike. Okay, so I still haven't received your homework. If you have any problems on uploading the homework to the MetApp web system, please seek help from me. Okay, let's check the answers. The price, P dollars, of a metal block varies directly as the square root of its volume. 嗱，呢度小心啲喎，我覺得咧有啲字眼咧好陰濕嘅。The price, okay, varies directly as this time is the square roots of the volume. OK， 開方嚟嘅，唔係就咁 square 喎，係 square root 啊。OK， so for the first sentence, we have to let P to be the subject, and there is only one unknown here, and it is not the type of partly this, partly that. Okay, so it is just 1k. It's direct variation, k times the square root of v. Okay, where k is not equal to 0. Okay， 好啦，跟住咧睇下啦，即係一嚿金屬嘅嘢啦，係嘛？金屬嘅固體咁樣樣啦，跟住佢嘅價錢咧就係 P 咁多錢啦，咁佢嘅體積就係 V 咁大啦。然之後佢哋話 a metal block of volume 36 cm cubed is melted and recast into 4 small metal blocks. So now we have the large metal block, the original one, and we have the small metal blocks, that is the new ones. Okay, the volume of each small block is 9 cm cubed. By what percentage does the price of the metal block increase? 好啦，咁我哋睇睇咧原本嗰個先。So when the volume is 36, then the price will be equal to k times square root of 36. And then square root of 36 is just 6. So P is equal to 6 times K. Is that okay? Therefore, the price of the large metal block is $6K. 跟唔跟到呢度大家？好啦，跟住當嗰嚿嘢切細咗之後咧，咁每一嚿咧就得翻9個 cm cube 啦。咁我哋睇睇咧，一嚿啊細嘅金屬係值幾多錢先？然之後咧就乘翻4，睇下個 total 係幾多錢。OK， 咁我哋就咁樣咯。When this time V is equal to 9, then P is equal to K times square root of 9. The square root of 9 is equal to 3, so it should be equal to 3K, which means that the price of each small metal block is $3K, right? But now we have 4 smaller blocks, which means that the total price of all small metal blocks is 3K times 4. That should be $12K. Can you get this? 即係話咧，當嗰啲 metal block 切細咗之後啊，咁個價值咧反而係高咗喎，因為原本當佢係一整嚿嘢嘅時候咧，佢係6K 咁多錢。而家咧切細咗變成4嚿之後咧，佢嘅總價值咧係變到12K 咁多錢喎。咁即係一個增加，係一個 increase 嚟㗎啦，係嘛？咁然之後佢問你by what percentage does the price of the metal block increase？ 究竟增加咗幾多 percent 咧？咁樣樣，咁我哋咪計咯。The percentage increase is equal to 咁都係啦。我哋今次知道咗佢係 increase 嘅話咧，我哋就用大減細，然之後除舊乘100%。Okay, large minus small, and then divided by old times 100%。一個係6K， 一個係12K， 邊個大啲啊？咁嘅12K 啦。So 12K minus 6K, and then divided by the old value. Which one is the old value? It should be the 6K is the old value, and then times 100%. Okay, and then for the upper part, 12K minus 6K becomes 6K, and then divided by 6K times 100%. And luckily, the 6K and 6K are exactly the same, so we can cancel out the terms completely. Becomes 1 times 100%. That is 100%. That is the answer. Okay, so it is increased by 100%. Okay， 得唔得？嗱呢啲咧，我覺得係難少少添嘅。OK， 即係佢牽涉到要自己諗嘢嘅一部分啊。不過咧，咁雖然要諗嘢，但係都唔係真係好刁鑽嗰隻諗嘢嘅啫，即係都從字面咧可以解得通嘅所有嘢。OK， 好，跟住 next example。So let's go to example number 16. Example 16. The maximum number of books P that a printing machine can print in a year varies inversely as the number of years N for which it has been used. 即係一個 printer 啦，係嘛 ？OK， 印書嘅 printer 啦，佢每年最多可以印到嘅本書咧，就係印到 P 本書啦。P 係點計出嚟㗎？即係 P 係由啲乜嘢去到判斷 ？OK， 係 depends on 啲咩嘅咧？係基於佢呢部機器用嘅年數。OK， 咁然之後咧個關係就係 inverse variation 反比例嘅，係嘛？我哋有 P 有 N， 得兩樣嘢嘅啫，唔使 partly 嗰隻嘅，係咪？好啦，咁嘅時候咧，我哋就 let 嘢先咯，唔使理佢之後講咩。Let P be the subject, and it should be equal to this time. It should be inverse variation, right? Inverse variation. It should be a fraction. Is K over N。睇清楚有冇啲咩 the square of N 啊 ，the square root of N 啊呢啲咁嘅嘢？冇嘅，今次咁嘅時候咧，我哋就完啦，即係呢個 K is not equal to 0。OK，and then 好啦，今次睇下佢係問 percentage 啊，定係俾一組數字你計翻個 K 出嚟嗰隻咯噃。我就話啦 ，it is given that after the machine has been used for 2 years, it can print at most 200,000 books in the following year. OK， 2年用咗2年嘅話咧，咁嘅時候就會係可以印到20萬本書。OK， 咁呢度都好清晰係嘛？用咗2年，即係個 n 等於2嘅話咧，咁我哋就可以計到個 P 咧，就應該係20萬嚟嘅。OK， 咁我哋咪 put 翻個 n 等於2 ，P 等於20萬落去，就可以計到個 K 出嚟㗎啦。So put n equals 2 and P equals 200,000. Okay, into our equation. So 200,000 is equal to K over 2. And then we need to calculate the value of K. So you just multiply the 2 to the left hand side. Okay, so K is equal to 400,000. Like this. Okay, so write down the complete information of the equation. Therefore, P is equal to 400,000 divided by N. And that is the answer of part A. Are you okay? 好啦，我哋最熟就係呢一隻題目啦，係嘛？即係俾一組數字你，然之後咧係揾得翻個 K 出嚟，然之後寫翻條式出嚟呢一隻。好啦，跟住 part B，if the machine has been used for 4 years, find the maximum number of books that it can print in the following year. 咁當佢用咗4年之後咧，咁究竟之後1年裏邊最多可以 print 幾多本書咧？個4年個4字係咪要塞入去個 n 嗰度？跟住要計嘅就係 maximum number of books， 但 maximum number of books 咪即係 P 咯。即係我哋要 when n 等於4，跟住 calculate the P。OK， so when n is equal to 4, P can be calculated by this formula. Okay, that should be 400,000 divided by n, where n is replaced by 4. Okay, so P should be equal to 100,000. Okay, but please write down the conclusion. Okay, the question did not ask you to find the value of P, but asked you to find the maximum number of books. just write, therefore, the maximum number of books is 100,000. So that is the answer of part B. Is that okay? Then part C. If the machine can print at most 50,000 books in a year, how many years has the machine been used for previously? 咁今次係咪最多 print 到5萬本書嘅話咧？咁呢一部機係已經用咗幾多年咧？咁樣樣，即係今次係俾咗個 P 你 ，P 等於5萬你，叫你揾翻個 N 出嚟啦，係嘛 ？OK， 咁咪一樣做咯。So when P is equal to 50,000, then we just put this number into our equation. So 50,000 is equal to 400,000 divided by N. And this time we want to calculate the value of N. But N is in the denominator of a fraction. But luckily, this is one single fraction on the right-hand side. So we can multiply the N to the left-hand side. So 50,000 N is equal to 400,000. Okay, and the N is now multiplied by 50,000. So we just divide the 50,000 to the right-hand side, like this, and then you just use the calculator to find that N is equal to 8. Okay, but don't just leave it as the answer, because the question did not ask you to find the value of N, but asked you to find the number of years. Okay, so just write down, therefore, the number of years is 8, or just 8 years is okay. Is that okay? So this is example 16. And now I would like you to do the instant drill number 16. Instant drill 16. And again, I give you 4 minutes. And please remember to submit to the MathApp web system. I didn't see the classwork of so many students, including Kumari, Muskan, Ria, Isho, Alisa, Mimuna, Arpana, Sito, 鄭海欣、謝卓橋、張海橋、關晴、莫海雪、嚴詠瑤、Monasa. So if you hear me, please try to submit your classwork to the Math app as soon as possible.關晴你 upload 唔到啊？你可能 log out 過，再 log in 過先。Okay, let's check the answers. The value C dollars of a computer varies inversely as the number of years n for which it has been used. 咁又係啦，我見到咧有 the value of a computer varies inversely as the number of years n has been used. 用咗 n 年 ，OK， 跟住嗰個電腦嘅價值咧就會變咗 C 咁多錢。咁呢度第一樣嘢我哋可以 let 咗先啦 ，let C be this time it should be inverse variation and then k over n, okay, where k is not equal to 0. And this time we have found a pair of numbers given by the question. It is given that the value of the computer is $4,200 after it has been used for 3 years. So we just put these two numbers into our equation. Okay, put C equals 4200 and n equals 3. Okay, so 4,200 is equal to k over 3. And then just multiply the 3 to the left hand side and you get 12,600 is equal to k. And k is equal to this number, and we have the complete information of the equation. Therefore, we write down the equation one more time. C equals 12,600 divided by n. That is the answer of part A. Okay. Then part B. Find the value of the computer after it has been used for 5 years. 咁 5 years 今次係揾given 個5年用咗5年，咁即係個5咧就要擺落去 n 個位嗰度啦。Find 嘅嗰樣嘢就係 find the value of the computer。咁個 value of the computer 就係 C， 所以咧我哋要 put 個 n 等於5去到計個 C 出嚟，係咪咁啊 ？Okay, so when n is equal to 5, then you just put it into our equation. C is equal to 12,600 divided by 5. And this is a pure number, so you may use the calculator to find that it should be equal to 2,520. Okay, but the question did not ask you to find the value of C. The question asks you to find the value of the computer, which has a unit of dollars. Therefore, you need to write down the conclusion. Therefore, the value is just $2,520. So that is the answer of part B. And then part C. How many years has the computer been used for such that its value is $1,800? So when it is $1,800, this number should be substituted into C. And the question asks you how many years. That is the number of years. Okay, so that is the N. So now we need to put C to be this number and calculate the value of N, right? So we just, when C is equal to 1,800, then we just put this number into our equation. So 1,800 is equal to 12600 divided by N. And the right-hand side is just one single fraction. So you may multiply the N to the left-hand side. Like this is equal to 12600. And then divide the 1,800 to the right-hand side. Okay, that's right. N equals this. And then you just use the calculator to find that N is equal to 7. But the question did not ask you to find N. The question asked you to find how many years. Therefore, you need to write down the conclusion. The number of years is 7. Okay, and that is the answer of part C. Is that okay? 聽唔聽到？好，下一個 example 17。Example 17， 好睇下今次搞咩鬼先 ？The weekly sales volume S， 即係個每週嘅銷售量，OK，sales volume 即係銷量啦，即係嘛 ，OK， 就係 S of cakes， 係蛋糕嘅銷量啊 ，varies directly as the advertising fee $8 and inversely as the price $P of each cake。好啦，你睇完成句之後咧，發現應該係有3個未知數嘅3個 ，OK， 咁今次揾到 partly 嗰啲字咧，唔係 partly 嗰啲喎，咁就唔係加埋一齊啦，係要除嗰隻嘅。directly 嗰部分就係喺分子 ，inversely 嗰部分就喺分母 ，OK， 好啦，咁邊個做 subject 先？首先，咁當然就係 S 啦，係嘛？咁我哋就會 let S to be equal to, this time we have direct variation and we also have inverse variation. So we need a fraction and we still need a K, okay? And we have the A is in the direct variation. So the A should be on the top. And we have the P in the inverse variation. So the P should be put on the bottom of the fraction and where K is not equal to 0. All right. And we can see that there is a group of numbers given by the question in the next sentence. When the advertising fee is $2,000 and each cake is sold for $8, the weekly sales volume of cakes is 6,250. 嗱，呢度小心啲喎，呢度有兩個錢嘅數字，睇下邊個打邊個先。而喺呢度咧 ，$2,000 is about advertising fee. Okay, so advertising fee is denoted by A. Can you see this? And then we have the $8. $8 is sold for $8, which means that it is the selling price. Okay, it's the price. 得唔得？認唔認到啊？然之後咧個 weekly volume of cakes is 6,250，係講緊weekly sales volume of cakes，即係蛋糕嘅每週嘅銷量係6250。咁呢個6250咧，當然就係呢一個啦 ，the weekly sales volume 就係 S 嚟嘅，係咪？咁我哋就擺翻啲數字入去啱嘅位嗰度先啦，即係咁啦。Put 2,000 should be put into A to be 2,000, and then the 8 should be put to P, so P equals 8, and 6,250 should be put to S, so S should be 6,250. It's okay. So we put this group of numbers into our equation. 6250 is equal to K times 2,000 divided by 8. Okay? And the right-hand side is just one single fraction. So you may just multiply the 8 to the left-hand side. So 8 times 6250 is equal to 2,000 K. And then divide the 2,000 to the left-hand side. Okay? And you may do the calculation on this multiplication first. So 8 times 6250 is equal to 50,000. Okay, so 50,000 divided by 2,000 is equal to K, which means that K should be equal to 25. Okay, and when you have found the value of K, just write down the complete information of the equation. Therefore, S is equal to KA over P, becomes 25A over P. That is the end of part A, the answer of part A. Okay. And then part B, if the advertising fee is $3,600 and each cake is sold for $10, find the weekly sales volume of the cakes. So this number $3,600 is the advertising fee. So which will be put into the A. Okay, and then this $10 is the sold for $10. So that is the price, selling price is $10. Okay, and the question asks you to find the weekly sales volume. That is to find S. So we just when the A is equal to 3,600 and also the P is equal to 10, and we need to calculate the value of S. But S is calculated by our formula, 25 times A divided by P. And this is a pure number, so you may just use the calculator to find this to be 9,000. Am I correct? Yes. Okay, but don't stop here because the question did not ask you to find the value of S. The question asks you to find the weekly sales volume. Therefore, the weekly sales volume is 9,000. So that is the answer of part B. Is that okay? Now, I would like you to do the instant drill number 17. So please do the instant drill number 17. Give you 4 minutes again. Please remember to submit to the MathApp web system. Okay, let's check the answers. The weight of a gold coin varies jointly as the square of its base radius and its thickness. 好啦，嗱呢度咧有 W、有 R、有 H 三樣嘢係咪？我哋先諗一諗有冇 partly 乜嘢咁樣嗰啲嘢先？冇嘅係咪？冇 partly 咁樣樣。咁其實咧就唔係加嗰隻噶咯噃。OK， 咁但係咧我哋都要 let 啦，即係一個 K 搞掂嗰隻嚟噶啦，係嘛？唔係加嘅話就係。OK，so we will let which one is the subject？ 好明顯，呢個做 subject 應該大家睇到嘅嗬。W 係 subject， 通常第一個就係㗎啦。OK， 跟住咧睇下有冇 inverse 嘅先。佢話 varies jointly as the square of the base radius and its thickness。冇講 direct， 冇講 inverse， 我哋要當佢係邊一隻啊？一係 direct， 一係 inverse， 冇第三種㗎啦。OK， 但係兩樣都冇講喎。我哋就要當佢係 direct 啦，兩樣都係 direct， 即係冇 inverse 啦，係嘛？冇 inverse 就唔使用分數啦，就咁 K。好啦，第一樣嘢不過小心啲，第一樣嘢咧唔係就咁 R 喎，佢話咧係 varies jointly as the square of its base radius， 即係二次方 R square and its thickness H， 即係 H 啦。OK 就係咁樣嘅啫。Where K is not equal to 0。好，跟住我哋就揾一組數字出嚟啦。If R is 1, H is 0.2, then the weight is 12. So we put R to be 1, H is 0.2, and then the weight is W is 12 into our equation. So 12 is equal to K times 1 square times 0.2. Okay, the right-hand side, just calculate the number parts first. 1 square times 0.2 is just 0.2, and then times K. And then we just divide the 0.2 to the left-hand side, and we will calculate that K is equal to 60. Okay, and then write down the complete information of the equation. So W is equal to 60 times R squared times H. Okay, so that is the answer of part A. And then part B. Part B. Find the weight of the gold coin when R is 1.5 and H is 0.3. 咁又係啦，濕數跟住計數點樣係嘛 ？When R is equal to 1.5 and H is equal to 0.3, just put these two numbers into our equation. W is equal to 60 times 1.5 bracket square times 0.3. And then just use the calculator to find the answer. Should be 40.5. Right? You get this? But write down the conclusion. Therefore, the weight is 40.5 with the units. What is the unit of the weight in this question? Is gram. So the answer is 40.5 gram. Okay, so that is like this. Do you have any problems? So please be reminded that there is a homework due tomorrow. Okay? 嗱，聽日有一份功課要交㗎嚇，咁我會俾你哋去到夜晚12點 ，OK， 我先至截數嘅，得唔得 ？OK， 咁你如果你仲有啲咩問題嘅話咧，請你聽日上堂嘅時候咧就可以問我啦，或者你喺 Mat App 裏邊咧 send 個 message 嚟問我都得嘅，咁樣樣 ，OK。All right, so if there is no more problem, then that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.